we'll engage customers in one of two or three ways. One may be that they've come asking us for pricing on SQL, and that's normally where I would get involved and just ask a series of questions to make sure that at the very least, when we present back the pricing to the customer, we're presenting back accurate information, costed to meet their requirements. So we're not just saying, here's the price for a 2-core license. Go read this website and figure out what the licensing rules are yourself. What we typically will do is we'll talk to the customer, find out how they're using it, what hardware they're using it on, and then it's up to us then to come back to them and say, this is what you need, this is how many cores you need, or this is how many CALs you need if you're going a CAL model, and this is the best way to buy that. And we will look at the different ways of doing it and come back and say, based on the information you've given us, we calculate this is the best way. And a lot of the times what we'll end up doing is say, if you do it using this model, it's this price. If you do it using this model, it's this price. If you do it using this model, it's this price. There are some times when this is the start of a journey for a customer and it might make sense for them to go for a more expensive option because it'll be cheaper in the long term. And there's sometimes when they just want, this is what they're doing, so they're going to pick the most economically advantageous way to do it. It's as simple as that. The other way that this happens is when something has happened in the business and there's a review going on and they're looking at what their compliance status is. And again, we would either do it with a review, or we would use a tool set like Lansweeper to look at their SQL estate and come back and say, well, okay, based on what we found, this is what we think should have in terms of licensing. And we would look at what they physically have and compare the two and say, this is the gap, or you're over licensed, you're under licensed, or whatever the case may be. So that's kind of the two normal ways we would engage with customers.